Hello everyone, this is Josh from joshmcdonald.net, and today I have a video to show you exactly how to get Wikipedia backlinks to your website. Now these backlinks are no follow, but they will add authority to your backlink profile. I decided to make this video after searching for a video myself to see what everyone else was doing, and there's nothing but garbage information. This one you can't understand, this one's selling something. Anyways, I am going to show you what I do, what works for me, and hopefully you can learn something. So the first thing to do is we need to figure out footprints that we can use to search Google. I'll just show you an example here. So I found this article on spam, and you see this right here. It says this section does not cite any references. Please help by adding citations. And you look through here, there's no citations at all in this section. And there's more. Wikipedia words it different sometimes. This article possibly contains original research. Please improve it by verifying claims. So basically, I'm going to take this right here. This section does not cite any references, sources, and just copy that. Control C. Hop over to Google, and I'm going to put in quotations so we find exact match. Basically, 95,000 results, Wikipedia pages that are requiring citations. In addition, we can just type in our niche. So let's say our niche is food recipes, 5,000. So there's a lot to deal with here. Let's open up this one here in a new tab. Take a look, go down here, and here we are. This section does not cite any references. So a cuisine Wikipedia page basically begging for your link. If you have a link about anything in or related to this article, it could be placed here. You can tell there's literally, if you search with a square bracket, that's basically how you can see right here. That's how Wikipedia, if you're not familiar with their referencing system, they use square brackets. So you can pretty much see there's nothing highlighted in here, square brackets. So there needs to be some sources here. Another one is citation needed. So citation needed, and this we should probably put site:/Wikipedia, if I can spell it, .org, and then of course there's a bunch more, 12,000 here. Control F, citation needed, and there's one right there we can fill in. So now for putting the link in, we found your article. We already found the article that you're going to insert your link into. Now we need to figure out how we're going to do this. So there is a edit button, of course, as you know, but now you're looking here and there's like this syntax. Wikipedia has a syntax of basically how they link out. So something like this, you can see these double square brackets. This is basically going to say cabbage, and then it's going to be a hyperlink where you can click and go to the Wikipedia page called cabbage. So, I mean, we could add something here like salad. If we want to go to the Wikipedia page called salad, we just put two square brackets around the word salad, and then we go down, we click save, and right there, see right there, it's hyperlinked now, and then if we click there, it takes us to the Wikipedia page called salad. So now that's saved. All changes are live right away. So everybody is now seeing the change I just made on Wikipedia. Now my change does have to be approved by an administrative editor, someone who has experience on the website enough to basically review all these changes that everyone makes. And it's that will be approved, what I just did, but if I were to add a link now, it might stay live for 24 hours and get changed. And so to do that, there's a couple things that you need to watch out for. So if you've already tried to add a link for a website and it got declined or removed, do not try to add another link from that website or from that account, sorry. If you already used an account and it already got a link removed, don't use that account again, because it's just going to see you reattempting the same thing. So either sign out of the account, get a new IP address, and then you can do it as a guest. You notice I'm not logged in now. For example, if I were to sign into my Wikipedia page account, or my Wikipedia account, and try to add a link to my own website a couple times, they would obviously catch on and be like, you're trying to promote your own self. Whereas if I try to add a link to someone else, it has a higher chance of getting approved. Now, that being said, let's go to the next step. Citation needed, and where was it? Citation needed. So you can see right here, there's another syntax here. Is 2 curly braces, citation needed with a vertical bar, date equals whatever the date is. So we can replace this. And when I'm editing, even though I've done so many articles, I forget a lot of the syntax. So sometimes I have to go, let's go back to the original article and find an example link like this right here. Click edit, and it's in this ref right here. So let me find a better, I'll paste the exact citation you should use. There's one called web, citation web, and it's not showing it there. Let me see if I can find, maybe if we went, where is this one? This one will have it. Citation web, right there, site web. Okay, so here it is. And there's a bunch of parameters that are all optional. If you guys can see that, I will upload this in HD. So if you're watching in HD, you should be able to see what I just copied there. I will put it in the description. But let's open up. Okay, there's a bunch of code. Anyways, let's just, if I can text edit. I like to get a separate spot where I can actually modify the reference and then go ahead and paste it in, because we obviously have to adjust each thing. So title, basically you're going to enter in your website title. So my site title. Author, generally I take this out. So you can see each section starts with a vertical bar and then the name of the keyword and then the string of that you're going to have. You're going to set that variable too. So my site title and then URL, of course, you're going to put in your website here. So let's do mysite.com, page, publisher. I don't do that. I usually do access date. So, you know, today is December 16th, 2015. And so now you just take this, copy it, go to our citation needed. We had it right here. So there's citation needed. Take out from curly brace to curly brace and then paste in our citation. Go down to the bottom, show preview. And is this what we just entered in? Where was it? I'm trying to remember past decade. Yeah, I swear that was it. That's it right there. And then it'll go to a footnote. I don't really want to save it because it's obviously not correct and not useful, and I don't want to harm my IP address. But basically when you do it this way, there's different ways to put citations, but if you do it what I just did, it will show up. Instead of putting external links, people will say put in external links, blah, blah, blah. It won't work. Wikipedia's catching on, but it will show up right here where this 1 is, instead there'll be a 2. It'll automatically start numbering it and listing things here. If things aren't formatted correctly, it'll obviously it'll look like something like this. Let me see if I can find it properly formatted, like this. This is what the references will look like. 1 links to obviously the reference 1 right there. So if you do it the way I did it, you'd come in at number 14 here, and you would have your title here and access date, and 14 would link up here to where you put it, and then you'd have your backlink right here down in the references. So that's that. So we went over, let's see what I missed. We went over how to find a link, or where to place a link. We found a couple different, I think email spam was, we have this one here, and then there's another one. So I'll remember to put these in the description, these I guess they're called Google Dorks, footprints. This article contains original research, and then if you're in the industry of car dealerships in North America, and then there it is right there. Please improve it by adding inline citations. So we got that. We figured out how to add it. Now let's talk about whether we should log in or edit as a guest. Right now I'm editing as a guest. My IP address, I'm not at home. I'm at an IP address of a friend at their house, so I could have a fresh IP and make changes and there's no history or no negative history that would affect whether or not my changes get approved. So that would be okay, and I wouldn't log in. Now, if I were to log in, like I said, and try to link to my own website, they'd catch on. But then again, my account does hold authority after being, 4 years old, or it's probably a 4 years old account. I've done a number of changes when I see them fit, not just for business reasons and personal promotion, but if I see something wrong, I'm studying in university, I'm reading a page on programming, I see something wrong, I make the modification, and then it gets approved and my account gains authority and trust. After doing that for, basically a full degree, computer science degree, my account starts to hold value, and then I can basically, like, for example, this week I created an account, or a Wikipedia page, not just a link. I created a page for a friend, and it is still live. And those go for something like $500 US each, at least. And I did that for a friend because my account is trustworthy, so I had it done for him. Obviously, if he tried to do it himself, it would not have been approved. But given that my account holds authority and age, I was able to make those changes. So basically, it comes down to it. If you're linking to your own stuff repeatedly, then I would stay as a guest. And when you're making these modifications, I should add, you shouldn't just add your link. You're going to need to make major changes to this paragraph. So if you're add a couple hundred words, like you're going to have to spend time and actually make this article seem better. Make it seem like you know what you're talking about. You're not just injecting a link. You're improving the article. Maybe add a second citation. Don't just add your own, but add a couple and add another 100 words, 150, 200 words. And make it look like you made a major change and it wasn't just for the link. You added value. So if you're linking to yourself, use an anonymous account. Don't log in. Be a guest. Fresh IP address. Obviously, don't share the same IP address as your account uses. Leave no footprints behind. Whereas if you're linking to the second case, if you're linking to a client, if you're linking to a friend, something like that, you can use your own account that has trust and authority. Since you're doing someone a different link every time, there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't seem self-promotion. If it's not, as long as your username doesn't appear on the website you're linking to and there's no clear connection that you're affiliated with them, go ahead and edit under your own account. So hopefully that made sense. I know this video is starting to get long, but there's a lot to cover. It's a little bit of a tougher concept than I thought it was to grasp after I talked to a few people and decided to make this video. There's not a whole lot of documentation out there, so please ask questions in the comments. If you need help creating a Wikipedia page, send me a message on my website. I will help you out. If it is commercial, I will charge you, and it does have to be something noteworthy. It can't be a fresh website. You have to have citations, you have to have references, you have to have interviews. When I created a website, or I created the page for my friend, he has something like $1 million in sales in the past year or something, so he was noteworthy enough. It was my second Wikipedia page I've created in the past year. Never have any problems if you follow the instructions that I told you. Anyways, that concludes everything. I don't want to make this too much longer. I will put the footprints in the description, citation needed along with the other two, and I will put the template for the reference that you will paste in and modify yourself. Other than that, use an anonymous account. Don't use a guest, or don't log in if you're self-promoting. Use a fresh IP address, and log in if your account has authority and you're not self-promoting. You're promoting a client or someone else. Anyways, that concludes everything. Send me a message on my website, joshmcdonald.net, if you have any questions, or just leave a comment if it isn't a private question. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and upvote. I'll see you guys in the next video.